Did you know that there is an automatic repeal of state agency reports contained in state law? In the California Government Code, buried deep in Title II, Division II, Part 2, Chapter 1, Article 2, there are some specified duties on the Legislative Council. And these provisions were added to state law in 2010 by Assembly Bill 1585. They became effective on February 26th of 2010. There are two government code provisions to be aware of. The first is Government Code Section 10231.5A, and then the other is B. In A, it basically says that there's an automatic 4-year sunset date on any state agency reporting requirement, and this applies to reports that are submitted to either house of the legislature, the Legislative Council Bureau, or any committee of the legislature, and says that it will become inoperative 4 years after the due date of any report that's required. Excuse me. In subdivision B is the second one, and here it gives a requirement on the legislative council and says that uh, their drafting instructions for the attorneys at OLC is that any reporting requirement has to be repealed after those 4 years. And so what you end up finding in bills themselves is language that basically reads the following: pursuant to section 10231.5 of the government code, this section is repealed on, for example, January 1, 2031, or whatever, but it would be 4 years after that report is due. So subdivision A is the general rule that 4 years after the date upon which the bill was enacted, it has to be repealed. And then subdivision D is the direction to the Office of Legislative Counsel to draft a bill with that 4-year repeal date provision in it.